I ask a simple question. I don't have an answer. I'm not pretending to have an answer. I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm going to ask you a simple question. If that's Caitlin Clark, does she get ejected from that game? Drawing consecutive technical fouls. The ejection happened after Reese was called for her fifth foul and was, quote, disrespectfully addressing, end quote. Now it's at about 16 to 17,000. The ratings for the WNBA draft was 2.446 million, which was the largest in WNBA.
Angel Reese entered the league expected to be a game changer, a force who would shake the WNBA to its core. Instead, she found herself on the bench, and questions quickly followed. How did her dream debut turn into a harsh reality? And why are teammates and fans beginning to lose patience? Picture it. Angel Reese, once the queen of college basketball, steps onto the WNBA hardwood with sky-high expectations. Chicago Sky fans believed a new era was beginning. Big talent, big charisma, and a championship pedigree. But the story that unfolded was nothing like the hype. Reese's time with Chicago hasn't simply been disappointing. It's become one of the most shocking declines in recent WNBA history. Her matchup against the New York Liberty said it all. She logged 28 minutes, yet failed to make a single shot. Not one. 0 field goals. With every missed attempt, groans filled the arena, and the scoreboard told the story loudest of all. She finished with a brutal plus-minus of -25.
Does not mean much at this point in my estimation. Let me tell y'all why I'm bringing this up. Over the last few days,
I'll take that because look where women's basketball is. People are talking about women's basketball, but you never would think that we talk about women's basketball.
At least, look at the wave that she's created. Look at the profile that it has granted the WNBA.
Yeah, the reason why we watching women's basketball is not just because of one person, it's because of me too, and I want y'all to...
And then came the stat everyone couldn't ignore. Her shooting percentage. A staggering 9.4%. Yes, you heard that right, 9.4. The performance was so rough it felt less like a professional WNBA outing and more like a blooper reel someone forgot to delete. Sure, she grabbed a few rebounds, but most of them were off her own missed layups, only piling on the frustration. The fan reaction grew ruthless, even spawning a mocking nickname that spread online. My Bounds.
Today, the WNBA rescinded the second technical upon further review, according to a league source, drawing consecutive technical fouls. The ejection happened after Reese was called for her fifth foul and was, quote, disrespectfully addressing, end quote.
And just looking at that, like, I'll take that role. I'll take the bad guy role, and I'll continue to take that on and be that for my teammates. And
since she's arrived in the WNBA, that's kind of story gained national attention, and it was something that was debated on my day job.
The media didn't hold back. ESPN analysts described her shooting night as one of the worst performances in recent memory. And one commentator openly questioned whether her effort even met the baseline standard expected in the pros. But Reese's struggles went far deeper than the numbers. Her emotions were written all over her face. At one point, she picked up a technical foul after yelling at a referee. A moment that felt less like competitive fire and more like a sign of internal unraveling. And off the court, things weren't any smoother. Cameras caught teammate Camila Cardoso walking away mid-conversation, visibly irritated, igniting conversations online about brewing chemistry issues inside the locker room. What became clear was this: Reese's struggles weren't just her own. They began to drag down the entire Chicago Sky. Losses piled up, tension followed, and morale dipped. The pressure, the hype, the expectations, it all collided. Eventually, the inevitable happened. A separation had to come.
All justifiable because they were people that were pounding the pavement and going through so much to help elevate the WNBA's profile.
like, it's not just because of one person. A lot of us have done so much for this game, and Kennedy has been here before, obviously, but
the reality is that the max contract in the WNBA at this particular moment in time is $250,000 to a player. I ask a simple question. I don't have an answer. I'm not pretending to have an answer. I'm not going to give you an answer. I'm going to ask you a simple question. If that's Caitlin Clark, does she get ejected from?
For the Chicago Sky, this decision wasn't just about one player falling short. It was about sending a message. In the WNBA, it's not the flashy highlights or viral moments that build legacies. It's professionalism. It's consistency. It's results. So what does this mean for Angel Reese? And for the future of the sky? Believe it or not, cutting ties with Reese wasn't simply a reaction to her stat line. It was a statement of identity. Chicago had hoped she would bring star power, momentum, and a new era of dominance. But at the end of the day, the franchise made its choice. Culture over chaos. Winning chemistry over trending headlines. Team values over individual controversy. This wasn't just a roster move. It was the sky redefining who they are and who they refuse to become.
I think so many people are watching women's basketball right now. It all started from the national championship game, and I've been dealing with this for 2 years now.
Now it's at about 16 to 17,000. The ratings for the WNBA draft was 2.446 million, which was the largest in WNBA history.
If I want to be that, and I know I'll go down in history, I'll look back in 20 years and be like,
just remember, you want to lift her up too, because as she rises, the whole league is going to rise, and everybody.
It was the kind of problem no flashy montage or hype campaign could solve. Angel Reese's move to trademark the nickname My Bounds became a symbol in itself, a sign that her priorities had shifted. Instead of grinding in the gym or silencing critics through performance, she leaned deeper into self-branding. Her Instagram presence soon became more memorable than her stat lines, filled with sponsorship posts, photo ops, and curated captions. To many fans, it felt like she was building an image while her game stood still. The perception grew. She cared more about the persona than the performance. Now compare that to Caitlin Clark. While Reese was investing energy into a nickname, Clark was dropping 30-point nights and electrifying entire arenas. She wasn't focused on the noise, the branding, or the headlines, because she didn't have to be. Her game did the talking.
Understanding, like, yeah, negative things have probably been said about me, but honestly,
the doubleheader that opened the season generated over 1.5 million viewers, which was more than the WNBA had accumulated in more than 2 decades.
People are pulling up to games. We got celebrities coming to games, sold out arenas, like, just because of one single game.
Reese addressed the media following that controversial technical foul on her.
The contrast couldn't have been more obvious. It was the difference between selling an image and delivering a performance worth paying to see. And fans weren't blind to it. Even ticket scalpers reportedly began avoiding games where Reese was the main draw, because her presence wasn't moving crowds, and it definitely wasn't moving tickets. Analysts didn't sugarcoat it either. Why should anyone spend their hard-earned cash on seats, jerseys, and concessions just to watch a player who appeared more invested in hashtags than hard work?
So many great players in this league that have deserved this for a really, really long time, and luckily, it's coming now.
I'm just asking, if it's Caitlin Clark, do you think that referee ejects her? You know better. Angel Reese is a rising star in the WNBA, drafted 7th overall by the Sky 2 months ago. And if everybody's benefiting, at some point in time, although it's frustrating that it took so long, and it's frustrating that it's being given this.
All of this leaves one question hanging in the air. Was Angel Reese ever fully committed to a professional basketball career? Or was the WNBA simply a stepping stone for fame? Right now, her future is anything but certain. Some speculate she may head to the G League. Others believe she might go overseas for a fresh start. And there are whispers that she could walk away from basketball entirely and lean fully into her personal brand. But one thing is undeniable. The Chicago Sky has already moved on. They're rebuilding around a foundation of discipline, unity, and results. Not headlines, distractions, or viral moments. Angel Reese now stands at a crossroads. From here, only 2 paths remain: regroup, refocus, and rebuild her career, or become a cautionary tale of potential overshadowed by the spotlight. Her time in the league leaves a deeper lesson behind. Talent alone is never enough. Without focus, discipline, and hunger, even the brightest stars can dim. As one insider put it, talent is only part of the equation. Without the drive to evolve, even the biggest names can lose their shine. Now, the ball is in Angel Reese's court. Will this become the wake-up call she needs, or the moment she quietly fades away?